Claire doesn't want anyone in Michelle's life that's going to be a threat to their relationship. And I think that she would practically kill anyone who tries to get between the two of them.
I've been doing some thinking, and I've come to a conclusion.
About your mother's death, Danny, you know that is the only way Carlos can drag you back into that life, and you have to let it go.
I don't think it was Carlos.
What do you mean?
I think it was someone else.
What, somebody from another family?
I think it was your mother, Michelle. I think Claire killed my mother.
Okay.
Michelle.
You really think that Claire killed your mother?
Yeah, I do.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Michelle. It does, if you will give me 2 minutes to explain it to you.
Danny, I was right there when Carmen was shot. Claire was in the house. Carmen was outside. The shots came from outside. How could she possibly have done that?
Obviously, Claire did not shoot my mother. But what if it wasn't the bullet that killed her? Yeah, I'm serious.
Okay, all right. Go ahead. Let's hear
No,
it.
forget it. You're angry, and you're not going to believe
No,
me. What's
I'm
the
probably
point
not
of
going
having
to
this
believe
conversation
you,
with
but I love you, and I know that you probably have some legitimate reason for saying this.
Yeah, I
so
do.
Please go ahead.
When my mother was shot and Claire was by her side, trying to help her, she gave her some kind of injection, and at the time, I didn't think anything about it. I was freaking out. We all were. But then I just overheard Abby say something that made me think of it and think of some other things.
Anything that Claire gave to Carmen was trying to bring her back to life. We're lucky she was even
we
there.
don't know that. We don't know that.
Okay, so what, you think this is some kind of basic conspiracy that Claire knew Carmen was going to get shot, and so she brought with her some poison to finish off the...
Don't talk to me like I'm crazy, because I'm not.
Danny, this sounds crazy. You have to understand that.
Obviously, Claire did not shoot my mother.
Okay.
Fine, maybe Claire didn't know that it was going to happen. But when it did happen, and she was there, and she was watching my mother fight for her life, I mean, Claire knew how much trouble my mother caused you.
Danny, it's not like she miraculously produced this poison that she carries around all the time with her to kill her. I can't even talk about this right now.
No, it makes sense if you will think about it and listen to me for 2 minutes. It makes sense that Claire would want to kill my mother. You know, I'm not saying that it necessarily was a poison that Claire gave to my mother. It could have been a lot of things.
What?
My mother was shot. She lost a lot of blood. She was going into shock. There are all kinds of drugs that you can give to somebody in that condition that will kill them. Medical drugs that Claire would have had in her bag. Look, I'm not saying that this was a big conspiracy or that Claire necessarily knew that my mother was going to be shot. But she was there, and she wasn't supposed to be there. And the opportunity presented itself.
Well, anything that Claire would have given Carmen would show up in the autopsy, right?
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
And I don't have one.
What do you mean?
I just checked. It's not in the police report.
Well, that
And I
doesn't
asked
mean
for
they
a full
didn't do one,
report,
though.
Michelle, that would have every detail concerning my mother's death, even the most mundane details.
Okay, so maybe they didn't do one.
No, they have to. It's the law. They have to do an autopsy in any homicide, even if the cause of death appears to be completely obvious.
Okay, so they did one, and David wanted to spare you the details. I don't know. Ask him. Call him.
Well, I did. Unfortunately, he's off duty today, but I will when I talk to him tomorrow.
Okay.
And I bet you he tells me that he didn't see an autopsy report either. And he'll probably try to tell me that it was lost in the paperwork at Cedars, the hospital that the PD uses where Claire works.
Come on.
Of course, if there is a report, then Claire could have altered it.
Danny, you're saying that if the autopsy is missing, that Claire stole it. And if it doesn't say what you want it to say, then
if there's no report, then there's no more evidence. Because my mother, a Catholic who never said one word her entire life about wanting to be cremated, suddenly out of the blue decided to sign some document saying that she should be cremated without telling me or anyone else in the family about it until after the fact?
Danny, you and Pilar weren't really talking to Carmen at the end.
No, it doesn't matter. I read her will before, and I read it after her death when I was settling her estate, and it has her funeral instructions in it, and it hadn't changed, and there was nothing in it about being cremated.
I just don't understand how you get from your mother being cremated to Claire
said she was glad my mother's dead yesterday. Remember?
Saying
I heard her.
She's glad she's dead. And killing her, there's a lot of ground there, Danny.
I bet Abby wouldn't think so.
What does Abby have to do with
this?
this?
One of the most trusting people that we know, and she doesn't trust Claire at all. She thinks Claire would do anything to get back into your life. We know that she would get me out of the picture in a second if she could.
Okay, is that what all of this is about? Is that what you're worried about?
What? No. I know that she's obsessed with getting back into your life.
And you get murder from that?
Have you not been listening to one word that I have
I've
said
been
this
listening to
entire
everything
time?
that you're saying, Danny, and I've been sitting here listening to you accuse Claire of murder when you don't have a shred of evidence. And you know what? We do have a problem. We have a problem, and it is not Claire. Completely pulling this out of thin air.
Right.
You have no evidence.
I'll get it. I'll get it. I want you to stay away from Claire.
No, that is completely unreasonable.
She did it, Michelle. I know that Claire killed my mother. She put something in that needle that killed her.
You think I killed your mother? I am a doctor. I saved lives. I did everything I could to save your mother, Danny.
Wait a minute, this is not...
Wait for what? You want to accuse me of something else? I will pass.
Wow, this day gets better and better. I don't know why you're doing this. Why?
Look, I'm just as sorry as you are that Claire heard me now.
Now
Believe me.
when? When would be a really good time?
When I have evidence.
Murder.
When I have evidence. That's a good time.
You can get me evidence, Danny. You know what? Claire didn't kill your mother.
Are you two okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
Did I hear you say what I think you said?
Abby, it's too complicated to explain.
Well, why don't you just hit on the high points, okay? I really want to know.
You think it's possible, don't you?
Well, Danny, I think anything is possible with Claire. Why don't you just tell me what you think?